Welcome everybody, how are you? Bienvenidos a todos, ¿cómo están? Okay friends, so yesterday we finished the left arm, but I think that we can make some improvements. The thing is that I have no ideas right now. I have no new ideas about what can we add here. For example, here I can divide like this, so it will make sense with this part. For example, something like that. We can do that here, but I think that we need to add something else here. But now I don't know what to add. So for now, also here and here, I feel that we can create something else. For now, I decide to stop working on this part because we almost have completed this, just few adjustments to make, and we can move into the other arm. So first, let me bring let's get started, okay? But first I have to create a new collection for this arm. Let me check the name of this part. Also, let me see. Okay, this is okay, look at this. We have to move that to the okay, we have to move that to the collection, to left hand. We have two collections, left hand and left armor. Okay, what else? Let me check this one and this one. Okay, so let's move that to left hand. Let's see. Okay, and now let's start to first let me create a new collection. I have that in, let me see, in the forearm backup collection. Let me check this torso. Let me hide this just so I'm close that. Belt 2. No. Hand backup. Okay. So now I am going to move this into a new collection. This. Left hand. can create let me try this backup. I forgot about these two parts. Right hand. Okay, now I am going to close this, and before we do anything else, I'm going to create a backup for those parts. But it is going to be easier because I just have, look, all of the elements here in this collection. I forgot to add something else. Okay, I understand what is happening here. Okay, I'm going to move this to backup, the hand backup, and this new. Okay, again, let me do this again. Something is happening here. Okay, let's check this again. I have two. Okay. Let me move this to backup. I have two right hands. Okay, this one is the one that I want. This is going to be in right hand. And let me select everything here. Okay, I'm going to duplicate that. And move that to the hand backup. Okay, now we can continue. So remember what we did in the other hand. Find a reference, for example this one. I think yes, this one is a good reference. Let me see if I had another reference here, and Hawkgirl on the images that I have. No, I don't have. I have nothing here. I mean, a good reference. Maybe this, but no. This can be a good reference in this view. I think that I'll use this one, the Hawkeye image, this one. Or maybe let me check on the real woman references if I have something here. No. Okay. So let's start doing. I think that I don't use this, right? I didn't use this in this hand. No, I think that I didn't use that. I didn't use this, and this. Okay, we already have a good shape here. Let me see if I have something here that I can use as a with my hand to see how the fingers work with the deformations here when I change the. In this case, I am applying some force here. I am applying pressure here. Okay, so see if I have a better. Maybe this. Okay, I can use this one. So let's start with the first finger. Okay, as I can see here in my hand, the pressure is going to be like this. In this side, it is going. The fingers are going to be a little bit to this direction. The same here, and in this one, in these two, the last two, are going like to the other side. Okay. So the most important part right now is to work on this in the joints. Okay, let's do that. Let's start. Also, I'm going to apply here the clear parent and all of that things. Apply all transforms, the same with this here. I think that I can leave this one like that because I'm not going to use this. Hello Girish, welcome. Namaste. we are working on the other hand. A little bit like the challenging part here is that you have to change the deformation of the fingers, but making sense with the action that the hand is doing, in this case applying pressure. So I have to change a little bit the shape of these parts. That. Okay. Let me see something. Very good, very good. Okay, let me see this view. Here it is not like this, completely like this, but we can play with that. Move it a little bit here and then move this a little bit to the inside. Okay, now the next part of the hand. Also, I think that I don't use these parts. I don't remember. I think that I do not use this. But I need that to connect these parts. Okay, I can change this too. It is going to be easier if we do that in the right way. Okay, these parts are like a little bit wider, but not here at the top. These are wider here on the sides, like this. Okay, here we need to play with this view. Okay. I have it clearly what to do in this part. Okay, I think that look at this part. I think that I need to change this a little bit. Like that. I think that this one is ready. ready to start changing to adding more details to remesh and all of that. So that's what we are going to do. Let me save, select all of these parts, duplicate. No, I think that no, we can work with this. So I am going to apply all transforms. Let me see. Yes, we have that in the origin, and I am going to join this part, and again the same trick that I showed you. That is to increase the size, the scale. 20, 20, 20. Then we go to that. Sorry, I forgot about something very important. Sorry. Let me do this again. I'm going to select this. Let me separate this again. I completely forgot about applying the. I forgot about this. Okay, let me apply already the transforms, and I forgot about the subdivision surface. 2, 3, and these two. Just copy the modifiers. Okay, let me see. Copy the modifiers. No, this one. No, I don't want. So okay. I understand what is happening here. I should. Okay. The computer is working too much because I add to this part subdivision. Okay, now we're good. These parts only. And to apply, let me see if I can just with Alt. I apply for the 3 parts, and you can just convert that into mesh. Now again, hello friend, welcome. Okay, and now I am going to. Okay, now we can go to our transforms, and I think let me check something. Let me check this finger, for example. No, the finger. Gold, and I use 0.01. Okay, 0.01. Let me check another finger. 0.01. Yes, that's the value that I use. Okay, now let's go here, sculpt mode. .01. And I think that's all, right? Yes, that's all. So let me reduce this again, 0.05, 0.05, and let me apply all transforms here, and we have our finger. Now we have just to start polishing, smoothing here. My smooth brush is 0.7. Let's work with that so I can smooth this part. First to start changing, erasing these lines here of the previous topology. I know that I said at the beginning of the project that I will the original idea was to create this one following the Marvel Rivals design, but I think that I am doing this in a more realistic way, and I think that it is going to be we're going to have a great result. So we are creating, remember that we don't have a brief about what to do, and that's the opportunity to show you different techniques and different things that in this case me as an artist have in my mind when I creating something from zero, something in this case original, not because of the character, because this is not an original character of mine, but because I am creating the costume, the armor, and all of those parts based on an original design. And you can see here in live streams all the process that I do, all the things that I change, all the things that I erased and do that again when I don't like something. That's how you create art in this case. Okay, here I think that we need to fix this because it is not looking good. Let me try to reduce this size, but not too much. Okay, here I have to smooth a lot because this part is not looking good. These like corners, let's call that. Okay, now I think that we can start changing the deformation here. That's the part that take a lot of time here when you're sculpting, because you can spend hours until you say, okay, I like it. It is going to be easier. That's up to you, how much detail or how good you are maybe with knowing the human body, experience, a lot of practice. Sorry. Let me save just in case. Remember that these details I'm going to add later. The same with the other hand, I didn't add these like divisions here when you move your finger like this. Okay. Let me check here with the rest of the body. It is looking good, but I think that this is more like my finger. This is not like a female hand. And by that I am talking about not too like rustic or maybe like too hard edges. For female characters, I think that you need to use more curves. And it is going to look better. But that's up to you. In my case, I want to change that. I don't feel comfortable with my character having those kind of fingers. I know what is maybe the problem here. I need to smooth the borders, these like edges. I need to disappear these edges and make everything to be like curved. Like that. Also, this part we are applying pressure in this part. Let me see the position of the body. So look, why the pressure not should be like in this direction? Because she's holding this weapon, and the weapon is like falling here in this direction. So your skin is going to move like to this part, so that's why I want like this part to move that a little bit into that direction, just the base, so you can see, okay, the finger is like that because of hello, welcome. And look at the finger, you can see the skin that in the base is going to this direction, but the top is exactly like it should be. You can smooth if you want. And those kind of small details, maybe you can say, but why I am going to do that? Nobody's going to notice that. Nobody's going to pay attention to that, but you are going to know. And these things are going to help you to understand better, in this case, human anatomy, and understand better your character and create a better sculpture. Those little things are going to make you a better artist, so remember that. Of course, if you don't have time and you have to deliver this in a deadline, then you have to avoid. You have to first consider the most important things, then you can start adding more details if you want, but first the main parts. That is what I wanted to say. Okay, here I can see that the fingers are like this. Okay, let me like here it is like an inclination here in this part, on these borders. And we can move this like that. Let me smooth. Look at that. For me it is looking really great. Let me check with my hand. Okay, I think that we can do another improvements here, another detail, and is to move this skin to this side, like we did with the tip, with the top of the finger, to show that the pressure that you are applying here, and look, like that, something like that. You are, it is like you try to use yourself as an example. For example, here I think that we can move this, the top, a little bit here. And the other side, maybe a little bit to, not only the top, the whole joint in this case. Try to move it to the other side. So we're going to have a better result. The same with these parts. Yes, like that. I think that this finger is ready. Let me check. Maybe here we can maybe move this a little bit down, these like corners, and yes, we are good. Remember that you apply pressure, so this should be a little bit wider, these parts. And yes, I like this one. Yes. Now, to be sure if we do that in the right way, let's take this part that we already create and move that into this position. Okay. Maybe I forgot. Let me see what is the end and the beginning of this figure, because one side is wider than the other one. Let me check. Okay, the C-axis is going to show us the front part. Okay, the C-axis is going to show us. Okay, we were good. So we can continue. We're working with local, remember, with local transformation. yes, it is almost perfect. We need to make some little adjustments. I think that I need to rotate this. Also, I remember that I have to change this part. Let me do this. This is one side, but in this case, no, it is okay because this is going to be wider. Okay. Here made more adjustments. Okay, now I think that we have this in a great position. As you can, let me check the other hand. Okay, I remember that the position of this one was in this. Okay, here we can see something that first the wider is good, just we have to make, of course, the other changes here on the base, but here the height here is too much, so we need to lower this a little bit, this finger, and also we need to move this a little bit up to make this a more realistic design. Let me check again. Remember that the position of both fingers are totally different, so we have to keep that in mind. Remember that here we're moving this to the back, and by doing that, it is like it is. I'm not saying that it is like this way, but it seems to be like this part is a little bit shorter. But when you move in the other direction, you rotate your finger in the other direction, like closing your hand, then this is going to be a little bit larger. Okay, so let's check again our finger, the other finger. That's why this seems to be like a little bit shorter, but not too much. Also, let me see the limit of the, we're almost like at the half, but we are closing, so this should be, no, this is in a good position. So changes that we have to make: first, make this a little bit smaller, this part. Or not, because again, when we are rotating this way, then it's going to be a little bit bigger, but because I have here another detail that I need to add. Okay, let me try to adjust this. Like this. So I think that now we are good. Okay. And this part I need to change. In this case, I need to make this a little bit wider. Like that. just like that. Hmm? What else? What else do I need to do here? I feel that this is too long, so I'm going to move the hand into this part. Just, I think that that's what I need to do. But be careful, it is not like out, it is just a little bit down, but in the same level in comparison with the other knuckles. This one has to be like a little bit down. Look, this is a little bit up, and we can continue with the other. Okay, so let's start like doing this part. Also, another thing that I need to change is this part, especially this part, the base needs to be a little bit out. By doing this, that means that I need to do the same with the other fingers. Because this is moving down, so I have to do the same with this part. What the hell is happening here? For now, just this finger. Move it a little bit, just a little bit out. Okay, same for this one. Now for these other two fingers, not too much, just like that. Here, I need this to be a little bit wider. This part I can make it a little bit to the inside. Sorry, that was too much. Look. Now you see the hand was too much in the inside. I have to move that out. Now it is making more sense. Now it is looking better. Okay, but we are not working on this finger. Let's focus only on this one. Check your hand. I think that we are good with this part. Here to do another work. That part, that this goes here. Okay, now let's continue with another finger. Just making some adjustments to the hand and the arm. Work on this one. What do you say? Well, we continue with this one. Okay, let's continue with this part. Yes. Have to change this here. Okay. Okay, I think that I made a little mistake. No mistake, but things that I move this down. Okay. I didn't do anything wrong. Okay, first let me select all of this one, and clear input transformation and all transforms. Let's check. Okay, that we have that at the center. And here I need to make a little bit wider this finger. At the start of the finger, the beginning of the finger, I need to make it a little bit wider. Like this. Okay, what else? Again, here my skin is moving to this direction. I think that the fingers too, but the pressure is applied like in a different way. That's why I don't want to do the same to the other parts. Again, remember, this should be a little bit wider on these sides, on the sides. Let me see the female hand. Ah, okay. Look at this. Okay, so we need to make some little adjustments. Also here too. We knew that I need, for example, here to move this down. This part down too. Now it looks more like a female hand. Okay. Let's try to do the same here. Okay, so music stopped and I'll go for some water, okay? I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back. Let's continue. So before I forget to do this, let me move this to the right hand. Okay, now let's continue here with the formation of this hand, of this finger. Okay, I think that we can start smoothing these parts. So first, remember subdivision surface, copy modifiers, apply, showing that, transforms, I don't know why I go one by one if I can do this at the same time. Just holding the like this, but don't worry. change the finger. This is not looking good. I was thinking maybe we should use this one because they are already the size of the fingers. Yes, I'm going to use these parts. I should rotate this. Okay, I understand what. Let me check. Okay, let me check this again. See, it's showing me the direction the front. So I have to rotate that. I'm going to use global. That. Of course, move that in the right position. Okay, now we can continue with global. Okay, now we have something to work. Okay, look, it is looking better. There is something that I should change here. This looks like too long, this part, so to make it like a little bit better, I should move this to the back. Like that. Now it is looking a little bit better. Okay, I think that's when I start adding this detail, I'm going to make the other changes here. That is looking good for now. Sorry. Hello, good evening, Archon. Welcome. I think that you're new in the channel, so let me show you what we are creating here. We're creating this sculptor of Hawkgirl. The model is based on the character Shayera Hol, the second Hawkgirl from DC Comics, and the costume that I'm creating is an original creation. It is my own creation, my own design. So we are going to create something like this. We already create the boots of both sides, as you can see, with all the details. We also create here the belt. Maybe we should add another little detail at the end. We create the torso, the armor. We created the left hand, the left arm. Also, I need to add some small details later. And now I'm working on the right hand. Then we move to the helmet here, and then to the wings, and then to the base, and then we color that. More familiar with hair from DC. Okay, yes, I'm the same. I used to watch that animated series when I was a kid. The DC Justice League and the Justice League Unlimited. I think that was the name of the two. This one. You're talking about this Hawkgirl. This one is from the Unlimited show, I think. But I am using a lot of references to create my original costume here. I also creating using real life references for the body. I'm trying to base my costume on the Marvel Rivals designs because I love these designs of the characters of this game. We already created. We have two playlists of two characters that we created in the previous live streams. We created a Goku from Dragon Ball Daima and also a Hulk from the Marvel Rivals game. You can check that. You have all the content for free there on the playlist. Also, if you are new, you have to know that we do this from Monday to Thursday on the mornings here. Okay, thank you. Yes, this is a on live streams. You can see that we are like working a lot of days here, but that is part of the process. We came here, maybe people ask me some questions, so that's how we spend here the live streams. It is not like a tutorial that you press play and you see all the process. No, here we change things. Maybe I repeat other parts. That's what we do here. So if you like to maybe ask some questions about 3D, you can come here. That's the difference about the live streams here and a tutorial, because on the tutorial you just listen to the voice and watch the process. But here on live streams you can see also maybe the mistakes that I make, or maybe the things that I don't like and I change, because that's what you do when you're creating something. Also, just for you to know that we do this from Monday to Thursday mornings. Morning is my hour. I am from Ecuador, so I don't know where are you from. You have to check those hours. I don't remember. We are on UTC 6. I don't remember. -6. I don't remember. But Ecuador hour. Quito Ecuador hour. And on Fridays and Saturdays nights we have our gaming nights. I already played and complete the Black Myth Wukong last year. Then we start with playing some Marvel Rivals, Warframe and Throne and Liberty, but now I start playing the games that I can complete. So I already completed Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil, and I think that this weekend we're going to start with Doom from 2016. So if you like to watch gaming streamings, you can connect that on nights. I don't know where are you from, so I don't know your hours, but I do that in my time at nights. And on Sundays I'll try to upload a video about 3D, or maybe a short about a video that I already made. So I'm trying to keep that to create that content for you all. Also, I have to say that this is going to be maybe like the last character that I'm going to create in live stream, because I think that you are going to be like a little bit exhausted, watch me here all the days, maybe like 2 months working on the same character, but that's part of the process. So I'm going to make a poll when we're close to finish this. We're going to I'm going to ask you if you would like to continue watching sculpting streamings, but also easier characters, small projects, or you want to start watching 3D modeling, because I do something about it. I try to do everything in 3D: modeling, animation, UV, materials, modeling, sculpting. Okay. Thank you. Yes. That's what we do here. I think that this content, you can watch me like making some mistakes and changing. For example, for Hulk, we spent like a whole week creating the haircut, but then I started working on the belt of the Hulk, because it was a really difficult model, the belt of that Hulk. And when I finish that, I take a look to the hair and I say, no, I don't like that, and I create from zero again the haircut. And that's what we do. And we spend like 54 days creating that Hulk. This is more difficult from the Hulk, because it is an original design and I am creating here with you. So I am saying, okay, I like it, I don't like it, and that is going to take you time. And also this character has more complex objects, shapes, and also I'm going to create a base like this one. Let me show you. Like this, something like this, or something like this. I already showed you that. Let me see, where are the other, something like this. Look. So this is going to be like a more complex character. I don't know if you like to do 3D modeling or 3D sculpting, I don't know, or maybe you just yes, I'm going to do that. But are you a 3D artist, or you would like to learn, so you are here to see the videos? Would you like to see, maybe, because I have like a project in mind, but I don't know what I just like to try to do things so I can see, okay, you like that, or maybe I have to change something. I was thinking of maybe a project to work on 3 more projects, small projects of 3D sculpting, and then we can move to 3D modeling. Maybe we can start with the scenes and then with characters. I would like to create characters for 3D modeling with animations, and then integrate that into a Unity project, like a game that we can like a small game that we can play, and all of that. Okay. Also, the videos that I make, I think that you will like that, because those are like some things that you may face when you are working on some projects. For example, the last video that I uploaded was about text, and I spent like a whole day trying to discover the solution for some problems that I faced when I was working with that, and I shared that to you with that video. So something maybe that you would like to see, those kind of videos. It is on a I think that I upload a playlist that is called Blender Tips. I don't remember, but you can check that. Everything, all the content in my channel is very organized, so you can take a look to that and learn from that. Maybe if you also you can join to our, of course, if you're new, please subscribe to the channel and give it a like and share this content with others. You're helping me a lot. And you can, if you are starting and working on something and you may need help, you can join to our Discord server. So you can visit maybe the 3D channel and you can ask for help there. Maybe we can help you with that. Or maybe you can like to share something about 3D. You can do that on the other channel that is 3D General, I think. And that's how we work here. As you can see, we are starting with a channel. This is a small channel, but we are growing like step by step, making little steps. But I am making this channel with you all. Ah, okay, okay. So you will like to see 3D modeling. Now that I think that we are 2 hours, so it is time for me to go. Let me explain you a little bit. No, no, everything when you work on something new, it is going to look difficult, but with practice, you are going to do that better that with practice. So don't be afraid to try that. It happens to me a lot. Believe me, when I, for example, when I start this project, I didn't know what I'm going to do, all the changes and the things that I'm going to do. So it happens to all of us. Don't worry about that. And yes, 3D modeling is a different process. But I'm going to show you that. Maybe if you would like to have a, I'm going to make a poll, okay? So you're going to decide. You want to continue see 3D sculpting, or maybe you would like to start watching some 3D modeling. And I'll try to maybe start with little projects so you can not have like 2 months working on the same thing on the same things. But as you can see, I prepare the content, but I do this here with you. So it is not like I already create this and I just recreating the whole character. I just here with you, creating, changing, and all of that. Let me move this to the right hand collection, this to right hand collection, and this to right hand collection. Okay, so we are already 2 hours here, and that means that it is time for me to go working on another thing that I'm going to share with you when I finish this. Also, if you want to see more characters, you can visit my online stores, CG Trader, Codes 3D, and Turbo Squid. I am uploading assets and characters, 3D sculpting and 3D modeling. You can have, if you want to visit and check that, you have all the links on my YouTube page. Also, you can follow me on social media accounts. I'm going to make that spam. Just wait for a moment. Let me hide this to create a thumbnail of today. So let me move the character to the thumbnail about what we did today. That was starting to create, to improve the fingers of the right hand. Let me see a good. No, I think that this is a good thumbnail for today. Okay, let me see. Maybe I'm going to use this one as the reference that I use. Let's say that I use that, but I use my own hand and this one too. Let me move this one to here. I was having in mind that maybe I can create like to work on something because I already played the Doom 3 saga and I continue playing on the gaming streaming nights. Maybe we can create a small project of creating characters from Doom and animate them, and then maybe that integrate those on the Unity. for a little project, for a little gaming project, or maybe an animation. We can create both things, an animation here, and then we can try to move that onto Unity. Of course, that I'm not going to create like AAA characters, because that is going to be a lot of time, but I can create something with a good view, maybe mid poly or low poly, but with great details. The important thing is that you're going to look learn a lot of things, UV, rigging, and all of that. Yes, yes, yes. You have a lot of monsters, also maybe small robots. I was thinking on creating like the Doom guy, uh, some monsters, demons in this case, the small robot that help you in some levels, and create like the walls, the scene, so we can play with that, because it is like you're going to reuse those example the walls to create different scenes. So you can also and the armor, the weapons, that that I don't have to forget about that. Yes, yes. I can create like different playlist. For example, one playlist creating one demon, other playlist for the Doom guy. I don't know. That is going to be up to you, or maybe a sculptor. I don't know. But for now, we have to finish this. Okay. Okay. So this is the thumbnail. Let me show you. You would like to see a little bit about 3D modeling. I'm going to show you the modeling that I am finishing right now. I am going to, for that, let me show. Let me show you. Okay, okay. Let me show you. Yes, but I have to go now. I have to finish this model. I upload that and have to sell those models. Hello, Miguel. You're just in the last part of the streaming, but I am going to show you what is the model that I am working on right now. Okay, this is for the thumbnail. So let me close this. Let me close this. And I'm going to show you the model that I am working on right now. Okay, let's play this music. Let me show you. This is part of this big project that I am working on. It is this. Let me show you. Oh, do you remember? Do you see the movie Top Gun, the first? I am creating the plane of that movie, but this is a very yes, that one, the Tomcat. I don't remember the name. I have the name here, the F-14 Tomcat. Okay, I'm creating that one, but it is a very long project, and that I am not going to finish right now, because I have to watch to search for a lot of references and trying to make this like the most trying to make this to make sense, because I'm going to animate the wheels and all of that. So it is a lot of work, but this is not what I want to show you. This is the main project, but let me show you the one that I am already finishing, and it's weapons. This one is a missile, the AIM 9. Yes, let me show you. So this is the AIM 9L Sidewinder. I think that is the name of this missile. It's part of the plane. I don't remember the characteristics of this missile, but you can see here this is 3D modeling, and I like to create this in a low poly. I call low poly everything that is below from 50,000 polygons, because I can use that on AR filters. When I used to create AR filters, that was the top for or low poly, but I know that there is no low poly. So let me show you the wireframe. You can see that also you have here the look 48. Yes, that A9 Sidewinder is the name of that. Yes, this is like a double A, a double A model. Let's call it like that. Look at the level of polygons here, 48,000. You can see all the. I am going to animate the rollerons here. I'm going to animate this that is going to move side to side. The fins, I think, is the name of this one. Are going to move. I'm also going to add some bones to the umbilical cable here, and also I create the pressure. Let me show you here, and also let me show you the wireframe, so you can see the look. It is low poly. You can see it has not a lot of. Also, this is the arming key. Look, let me deactivate the face orientation. And I want to create an animation with fire and all of that. Let me show you here. This is the view of with materials, and the view with the render. You can see here the pressure gauge, I think. I don't know the name of this pressure. The thing that I'm going to animate also this thing that is going to move with it when the missile is moving. Okay. Yes. I like to create those kind of models. I create all the alphas. Let me show you here the front view. Of course, that the textures that I'm going to create are going to have 4K, because that level of detail is only possible with 4K textures. So here inside you can check here. You can see this part is also going to be animated. This is the seeker, I think the name of this part is moving. This is going to look for the objective and guide the missile. Let me show you another part. The chips here, let me show you the chips inside. Look here, you can see all of this. I forgot to change this. I have to. You are not looking this very good because there is a texture that I forgot to change. I have to change this. But look, these are the chips inside. Yes, I made this with materials. There is a lot of. Don't worry about this. I made a mistake here. I have to change this. So you see all the details, all the alphas. I create all the alphas here on Blender. I use Blender as illustrator to create the letters, the names, and also the bolts. In this case, these are called no bolts. Are called torques. I think the name of this. I create all of this here. Also these normals here that you can see the names. This. I create everything here in Blender, and I have to export that as alphas. And all the work that you can see there, I have to change that chips. You can see here the materials. Yes, it is a lot of work. I like to try to do my best on every project that I work on. That's why I take a lot of time, because I really like to see as perfect as possible, and I'm good with that. Look, all the details here. I made the most difficult part is the research for me, because trying to get specific names and all of these kind of things, it is very, very difficult. You can see here all the materials, all the I like to create my own materials. I don't like to download textures. I like to create my own. For the chips, then no, I already applied the textures for the chips. For the chips, it was the most difficult nodes that I create. But this is part of 3D modeling. So I wish I can show you maybe an animated character, but I don't have right now here on the desktop. I have to create more animations. But we're going to do that here with you. So you're going to learn with me, looking at all the mistakes that I make, and then say, okay, I don't like that, let me change that. No, but what do you, when you talk about copyright issues, I don't know what are you talking about. I don't have the legal permissions to create the characters that I'm creating. That is my version as an artist. I think that no one, maybe only if you're working for a company and you are like making a deal that you are only working with those characters, I think that this is the only way that you have that. This part is going to also another thing. Let me show you the real model, because you can see here that it is looking like a little bit light. Let me show you. This is happening because I download the metallic, because I start to create the baking textures to join all of this into one textures, into the normal, the roughness, the metalness. So that's why you see the model like this, very light. Let me show you another version. Maybe this one, or maybe this one. Let me see this one. The other version with this one. Look the difference. This has the metallic values. Let me check here if I have the chips here. No, I have to search for the right chip texture here. But you can see the difference. Look with metallic, it looks a lot of different. The other one has no metal values, because I want to start baking, and when you bake you have to download the value, the metallic, or all the metallic that you're working. You have to disconnect to unplug all the nodes, or download that or decrease that value to 0. So I have to look for this. I don't know. I have to look for the right texture for this one. Let me see. This one should have the right. This is the final. No, where is the? I think I have to do this again. Let me see this one should have. No. These are the chips. Okay, let me here. You should be here. Yes. Okay, here we have the chips with the textures. I have to find the other one. So that's part of the job that we do here. Okay, if you download a model and use in an scene and later on might get issues. Okay, but that depends on. Look at my CD Trader page. So this is some of the models that these are my personal projects. This is the Hulk that I told you that we created on the previous series here on YouTube. We created this one here on YouTube. this Goku here also, let me show you the this we created this one here on YouTube. You have also the time lapse if you don't want to see this one we created here. Let me show you, for example, this is 3D modeling and different methods of baking and all of that. But when you, for example, I upload this, I selling this, right? When you download the model, I think that you have the rights to use that. But of course, maybe for a project, for a game that you are working on, you are not going, for example, to download it and create your profile and then upload it again as it is your own model. That is something that you cannot do. But download it and use for your personal projects, you can do that. That's why artists create assets for that. You can use that on your projects. This is more 3D modeling. I don't know if you like Pokemon, I don't know. I made this one on Nomad Sculpt. So this is part of the work that I do. This one also was very difficult. This is a 3D sculptor. This was also very difficult to create. I don't know about that, but maybe see, you have to check the policies of the page. I don't know about that. I cannot tell you something, but for me, for example, I upload this and you can buy a lot of time. Different people can buy this and use in their projects, and I will not have no problems, because that's why you buy the asset. With the credit, I don't know. I really don't know. But now you can create your own models, because you can see, you can watch me here on YouTube creating, and then you can create your own versions. So maybe this is going to be better for you, for animations, I don't know. So that's part of. This is a very high poly. Yes, this is high poly, a high poly model. This has a lot of topology. This one was the most difficult part. This one is one of the favorite of people here. I create this. These were my first models, I think. I create like this kind of big head miniatures for artists. Also, let me show you the first. I think this one. Also, this one is another of the favorite of people here. Elon Musk. For example, in animation, I think that this one. I create this Brawl Star Messi with animation. Look. Let me see if I can find this and show you the, so you can see part of. I can show you part of the process that I do. Let me check my disk here. 3D modeling. Messi. I create Messi on let me check the run animation. What is there? This is run. No, here. As you can see, I have a lot of versions for the files, because then I can say, okay, I made a mistake that, or maybe I don't like that. I'm going to try with another method. And I can take notes about the work that I do, so I can improve my process. This one, for example, let me see. I think that I create this only one animation. Look, you can see here the bones, but I already create here the I forgot about the name of this one. The bones that you use, because when you look, these bones, you create like different type of bones when you animate. You create the bones that are going to be part of the deformation of your character, the bones that are going to use as mechanics, for example, for have one bone and move, and all the deformation of the other bones are going to follow that movement. The I key, I forgot the names. I always forgot about the names. And you are going to create other bones that are going, these simple shapes for you that is going to be easier to animate. And you can see here the character, how it is animated. Also, for this character, I create I play with 2D animations because the face has its own animation. Let me show you another animation. Let's see. For example, this one. Look at this one. Look at his face. Look how yes, those. I always forgot the name. I do this every day and I forgot the name. Inverse kinematics and forward kinematics. Yes, you're going to play with that. Look the face. That is with 2D. I create like different frames, and then I play with the animation here to change the frame for the expression. This is 2D animation for the face only. Okay, I have to start doing some 3D animation again because I forgot about this. I don't have other. No, I create the separate. Let me see if I have a if PX. No, I create separate. To do animation, yes, what I do is, for example, I start with, let me show you with another animation. And I can explain you. For example, receives the ball with left, no. Wrong, looking to the left, no. The goal animation, no. This is easy. The falling. Let me show you the falling animation, so I can explain what you asked me. What is the falling animation? Slide and talk. This one. Okay. Here it is like someone is, how do you say this in English? A fall. When someone and then you stand up and continue with the game. Okay, so what I usually do here is I start with the standard position in this case. Then yes, that when other player like kicks you or I don't know the name of that. When someone kicks you and you have the yellow card and the red card, so that animation, you are falling, then I'm standing. Yeah. Okay. What I do, of course, that you have to check. Yes, that you have to check for 2D animations, but frames, resources, like step by step. But it is not like one step and one step. You can, for example, here, start with here, then you can go to this position here, and then change the position, change the bones, move all the bones here, and move the character here in this position. Then you can go to this position that is also very important, move again all the bones, all the things there, and like that here, for example, other, and then the final, you just copy and paste. You see here, look Thank you, Miguel. You see here, this is the end of the animation. In 57, you can see here the number. So in 58, you are going to copy and move that here. If you want, of course, to make this like in a loop. Yes, try to find the key position of the whole action. So you already do that. You already do this. You already do this, and you end with the first position, and then in between you have to try to adjust, because in some cases the body, your bones are going to automatically change your character into the next frame, into the next pose, but in some cases it is not going to be perfect. For example, let's say here your leg, for example, maybe here I use this as the floor, as the ground. So maybe in some cases your leg is going to be below the ground, and that doesn't make sense. So you move here and you start moving your knee up, and like that you are just step by step in between frames until you get the animation that you want. Yes, then you have to practice there. Also you have to, I don't remember now the keys that you have to adjust, for example, easy in, easy out, those kind of things that you want to make your animation smoother. Okay, so something like that. I know that this is very general and a very general explanation, but I just wanted to show you very quickly. That is, I don't remember the name. Believe me, I don't have a good memory. I always take notes about everything I do, and I always forget about names. That's why everything that I do, I always take notes. Even in the model that I am working on with you right now, I have to take notes because I'm going to forget. That's something bad, but okay, we don't have to worry about that. Yes, and you can export this into Unity. Also, you have to keep in mind what is the project that you are working on. For example, you just want animations here in Blender. Okay, this is good. You can work with this. But for example, if you want to export this into Unity, you have to take. Let me see if I remember, because I don't do this. Here in units, this is metric. Also, very important, something very important, you have to check the scale of your character before you apply the bones. You can create in all the like in Sculptor, you can create with a huge size, and it is better when you create something in huge values. And then you have to lower that after you are very, very sure that is what you want, and you have to lower to do the right dimensions, and then you can start using the bones, and then you can animate and all of that. Also remember the weight painting, because here with weight painting you can see the influence of the bones in your character. This is going to show you this bone is going to affect this area, and you have to polish that too. It is a lot of work when you animate. And then when you export that into Unity, we are good here. But for example, for Unreal, you have to keep in mind that you have to change this. You have to change the meters and change that into centimeters, because I don't know why Unreal work with that. It is a lot of work. Yes, it is. You know something? This is something that I want to share with you. I cannot. Also, all the things that I show you here are for personal projects. I don't show you models that I work for collaborations that I made, work that I was paid to do, other projects. I don't show that. I never share that until if I don't have the permission of the other person that that contact me, I never show that. So I can explain. For example, an error and mistake, a big mistake that you may do is, okay, this is your character, right? And you want to create a cinematic trailer, just like you are doing, the cinematic animation, okay? And you want different, what do you say? Different when you, with the camera, you take different shots. And you may say the Messi is going, the first shot is running, the other shot he's kicking and score a goal, and okay, all of that. But you have to keep in mind that you don't have to, your character, your first model, it doesn't have to be perfect, for example, to work with all the animations, because maybe here he's running, he's jumping, and the most difficult animation that they'll show you was when he was falling to the ground. Okay, when you create that, you say, when you create the run animation, for example, you say, the weight paint is looking perfect, there is no overlapping faces, the legs are looking really good. But for example, here, when you create the next animation, that is this one, you say, no, the t-shirt is going inside the pant, and that doesn't look good. Or for example, here, no, the shoulder is going up to the head, and that is not good. Okay, there is something that I learned, and maybe I am wrong, because if you have that formula, please share that with us. If you have a lot of animations, your character never is going to be perfect with weight painting. So when you are working in animation, in cinematic trailers, in your case, you have to prepare your character, and it's going to be easier. Believe me, it is going to be easier to work each animation. Like I show you here, I have one file with one animation, and then you can redo maybe the weight painting and change. Okay, the shoulder is going up here, so I have to change the weight painting. But maybe when you return to your running animation, that is not going to look good. The shoulder, because you made that change, then with the other animation is not going to work well. So you have to keep that in mind. In my case, a lot of time, and I made this work. Believe me, I was like, no, I don't like that. I redo all the weight painting of all the models, and okay, that is working with all the models. Now I can continue. It is something that you don't have to do. Maybe if you want to practice, okay, do the same thing that I did. But if you're working for a project, it is not good. You have to create different versions of your character with different animation, and then it's going to be a lot of easier to do that, and you're going to finish in less time, because trying to adjust your base mesh to the whole animations, sometimes people working on movies and those kind of things, they show you, you're going to see this shot, for example, the camera is here and you see this part, okay, and you see, it is looking very good, but you cannot see the part here in the back, and it's a complete mess. It is a lot of overlapping faces, a lot of things, and that's okay. That's part of the work, because you're only working. Yes. Animations for specific shots are easier to make, but for example, in games, let's say that I want to use this character for games. You don't want to have your characters like with one animation looking good and with other animation looking a complete mess. So then you have to try to find a balance and play with different animations, and in that case it is better to use one file and create all the animations in that file, and then start testing. Okay, with this animation it is looking great, with this other animation it is looking good. Okay, I can continue. Let me see if I have a project that I was working but I never finished because I was working. I have to collaborate with another. Let me see if I can find that. or maybe no, I think that I cannot find that, and that is something very very sad, because no, I think that I don't clips, maybe clips. Here, maybe this one, Messi click. Let me see. Let me see this one. Okay, maybe here. I don't remember how to watch the. Okay, look at this animation that I was working on with the Messi. Okay, I started with that shot, with this shot, with the shots of the field, shot of that. Robots. Messi in this animation. Messi was going against a team of robots. Then the robots start turning on. Messi continue to the middle of the field. Then what is the shot? The robots start with the and then I stop there. But you can see a lot of cameras and a lot of so this is not good. This is something that you don't have to do, because I already told you I was learning here. So when you learn, you made a lot of mistakes. I was trying to make sense with I was trying to create all the animations that works for every character, and try to do that in every, and that all the animations in one file. And that is not good, because I already told you you may have some weird animations, and you are only working on two characters. Maybe Messi is against one robot, and you don't want all the other robots in your field. That is going to make your PC working a lot. So you have to draw. You already saw like the frames that you usually draw before you start animating and all of that. That's what you have to do to make a good plan and say, okay, this is what I want. You make short drawings and then say, okay, I want in this scene to do this, in the next scene do this other thing. And then by that you can create different files and work with that. And why is that? Because you can see here. Yes, I was. What you want to know? The main goal with this Messi. I was trying to create an animation because I want to create a game with legends of football, and I was trying to create all in the Brawl Stars style, and create like the FIFA game, but more like the. Do you remember that there is a Mario game about football where you have powers and all of that? That's what I was trying to create. So I was trying to create the game and the animation for the game, but that time I didn't know a lot of things. So that's why when you don't know some things and you try to do, okay, that is okay, you're going to learn, but maybe it is good, maybe you can learn from other artists, or maybe look for more information. So maybe the methods that you're using are not good for the project, but that's how you learn. That's how you learn. And the other important thing that I want to show you, when Messi scores a goal, let me see if I have an animation here where Messi scores a goal. I made that, but I cannot. No, I think that I don't have that. No. I made a short animation already of Messi scoring a goal, and I have the 2D VFX, because I animated like the wind and the dust with 2D VFX, but I cannot find. This was like 2 years ago. I don't remember when I was learning to do this. I think that I cannot. Maybe this one. No, maybe. Let me see. version 2. Let me check this one. Oh, no. Look, here are with the textures. Let me see if I have. No, here I think. Here you can see the. This was the ball from the FIFA World Cup 2022. So the original shot was this: Messi and he. Look, you saw that. This is 2D VFX. You see this? This is 2D VFX. You do that with grease pencil. This is 2D VFX. So you see the Stars cinematic trailers for their updates. This is how you do that. Okay, it is not always, but in some cases this is how you do that. And then he scores the goal, and then the camera. But what I wanted to say is that why you have to do different files, because for example in this case, when he scored the goals, the animation was going to show you that what is the name of this in English? I don't know the name of this in English, but the part where you score the goals. So the net is going to animate here with the ball. You can see the ball change the shape. Let me see if I can show you again with the camera. Look how the ball changed the shape. Look, it is completely round, then it is like an oval, and when he look at the ball, the ball changed the shape. Did you see that? So you have to play with all of that. But again, what I was trying to say, because I really have to go, is that I animate this to move. Yes, that squash. I'm really bad with names. I think that I am a very bad teacher if I do this for a living, like teaching 3D, because I never remember the names. Yes. When you see the work that they make, it is like a lot. That's why you have a lot of people working on that. Okay, what I was trying to say is that I already told you that you have to your character like in the right and the real dimensions, but sometimes you don't have to do that, because for example in this case the net is going to animate and you have to play with physics here in Blender, and if you reduce the size of your, in this case the net, I don't know why, but Blender is not going to do a very good job, and you're forcing the machine. The same thing, because here with the corner, I create the corner flags and I animate. I was to take a shot that the camera, do you remember in the previous animation that the camera was taking shots of the field? Okay, in one shot I was trying to focus on the flags that are going to move with the wind in one direction, and they're going to fall. Okay, in this case, with this size, with this small size, that is going to be very difficult to do, because physics is I don't know how to explain that, but it is not good when you use that is something that happens to me with the sculptor. That's why when the fingers that I'm working on, I always increase the size, and then I made the remesh, and then I reduce the size again. So with the wing, with the flag here was the same thing. When you have a bigger, in this case, the flag that you want to animate, it is going to be a little bit easier to do that on a bigger size. So you may create a file only to take the shot of that flag moving. That's why in this case I made that mistake, that I didn't know at that time a lot of things. So you learn. You when you do things, you learn. The only way to learn things is by doing it. So that's what I was trying to explain you, and I take a lot of time. I'm very late to finish that thing because I really want to finish and upload that project to share that. Okay. So I think that I wish that I show you some of my work to you, Arcon, and that's so that these things that you already saw here that I showed you, those things are I have a plan for the channel. So we're going to create a lot of projects, animations, a lot of things, modeling. But as you can see, I am now, because this is a small channel, I am trying different things that you may find, okay, I like this content, no, I don't like this. And it is a lot of work, believe me. I wish I can make more videos and all of that, but it is impossible. I wish I can divide into more present, so to edit a video, to prepare the script, and trying to reduce the to make a good information for you to understand things, or maybe for me to explain that better. It is a lot of work. So I really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel and share this with others. I know that you would like to see this kind of things, and I know that I can continue doing this because I am trying to make this as a living. I really like to create to do my own creations. I really if you work for a company, you're going to earn a lot of money, but I have to that, of course. But my wish is I hope to create my own things. I really like to create my own things because you can try different things, you can improvise, you can test, and you can play with all of things, and you don't have to limit to one only type. Meshes. What do you think base mesh? What do you mean about base meshes? Also I like to create things here from zero. That's part also of the process because you learn by doing that. It is not fun if I create like a pre-made model and then I start working on that. That's why also the bones that you see that you saw for the model, I create that bone by bone. I don't use Rigify. I don't use that. The alphas that I show you for the missile, I create all by myself. So I can show you that too. It is easier to just come here and go to a page and download the texture. It is fine. It is fine. If you have to do that, do that. You don't have to do everything that I am doing here. You just watch the process and say, okay, I'm going to use that, or no, I have a better, that is not going to work for me, I'm going to use another thing. That's okay. I am not saying, remember this, in 3D, like in art, there is no like a rule. There is not like you have to do things in this way and follow this step. No. You can play with different things. Maybe some things work for you and other things work for other artists, and also that depends on the projects that you have. So try to prove different things, and don't use this as a rule. Yes, that's what the let me see if I can show you for the for the missile that I create. Let me see if I have here. I have a deck, as I called it, that it is alphas. Here are the alphas that I created. This is the 2D alphas. This is the text. If you want to know how I create this, you already have a video about how I created that. So I have that, I have this, I have this, I create that. This is the pressure that you saw. And when I look, I create this here in Blender. I that's why I told you that I am using now Blender as Illustrator. I play with the shapes, with the vertices and edges. and then you just render this, and you have a PNG image with background, with transparent background. And for the 3D, also, if you want to do that, you have to use an emission, and then you can play with all the values. Let me show you the 3D alphas that I created. I know that I have a lot of here, but that's why I test different things. Let me find the 3D bolts, maybe this one. Yes, everything is possible. Look, this is something that I use. I don't know if you remember, in the frontal, in the head of the missile, I use this. This is the 3D figure that I create for that part. Let me show you the bolt that I create. No, this one. No, no. This one. Look, this is do you remember the bolts that I use for the plane? This is the 3D model for that. Look. And you have to play also here with, this is a little bit different. You have to play here with materials to make the, this is object, yes, you have to create with this, with the wrong, with the gradient textures, and then play with an object. This object is going to show you. Let me here. When you move this, you are going to see how the definition you want for your 3D. Let me show you. Look, did you see that? How this is changing? So you have to play with this depending on what you want for your alpha. You can see here in Blender you can do a lot of things. So okay, I already have to go. I have to do other things. Okay. Please remember, for those who are new to the channel, subscribe, give it a like, share this content with others, and leave a comment below. And if you want, you can join our Discord server if you want help for 3D, or maybe you want to share things out there. But our complex icons or certain clothing textures, I have a video about that. I created how do you say this? Let me see if I find my video where you create a texture and you can use that. Let me see my channel. I like games and music, so that's why I have a lot of videos about music there. Let me see if I have a video about that. This one, this video. So you can see here, let me see. This one. Did you see that? This is part of a let me show you that video. Show that. This one. Did you see this? A complex model, and I render that with all of these polygons. Do you see all of these polygons? I transfer that into just a plane, a simple plane, and I use this plane to work. For example, I gave it color, I gave the, and I used on a pants, on a low poly pants. You can see all the normals, all the. I use here for this example just two textures. You can make more textures. And here, for example, in this pants, I just used all of this part with that texture. And you have to play there with the UV wrapping and all of that. And you have all of this, that this part of the pants with low poly, when you want to create low poly things. And that's all, friends. So we have a lot of things to do here. We're just starting, but you have to be patient and respect the process. There is no way to do things if you don't fail. If you don't fail and you don't do again and again, there is no magic formula. Remember that. No, no. Okay, that's fine. It is good. It is good. I really like when you people interact here in the chat, and I like to explain things to you. So that's why the channel I create. But okay, yes, I have to go now. So we can continue this conversation for another day. But keep that in mind. When you're going to start something, it is normal for you to be afraid. That happens to everyone. That happens to me when I start the Hawkgirl, when I start the Hawk sharing, when I start to create a video, when I start here, starting streaming with you, I'm afraid. That's normal. I'm nervous because I say, maybe this day I am not going to create that. And I say, but I do this every day. Why am I afraid of that? Or maybe for you, but I am learning. What is the problem of failing, of making mistakes? So do it. Just do it. And as I told you before, maybe you can see, or maybe you have no motivations by watching another artist or looking at another artist's job and say, okay, maybe I cannot do, never, I am never going to do something like that. No, no, no. Maybe they show you they have 10 years here in the industry. You don't have to compare it. Just use that as a reference and do your job. That's something that you have to keep in mind. And remember, do it, fail, do it again, fail, until you get what you want. Okay, friends, so that's all for today. Thanks for coming. If we don't have blackout problems like we have here in my country, we can continue the same hour tomorrow with the Hawkgirl. Just that's all, because I already say subscribe and all of that. So remember to subscribe. That's free. Thanks for coming. Thanks for your participation. Thanks for sharing your doubt, your questions to me. So maybe I cannot help you, but at least I share something to you that you can use. Always take things, even in bad situations, takes things that you can use for yourself. Yes, and that's all. Subscribe, and thanks, and see you in the next one.